What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. As many of you guys know, whenever we have someone on the show, or I have someone on the show, name a drink after them. That's how it goes. Obviously, with Brianna Duggan and Hillary Knight, that's what we did. And, we got their line mate, one of their line mates from Wisconsin, Meghan Duggan, supposedly coming on to Malmo. She said she wants to come on. USA Hockey said it's cool. Waiting on our friends at the IAHF to clear it. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. So, without further ado, we get the Meghan Duggan. Be sure to get yourself a cup of coffee that's been cooled. Don't let it get really hot. Don't let it cool down too long, because as someone who works in the restaurant industry, there's nothing worse than hearing someone complain about coffee that sat there all day. And judging from Megan's Twitter feed, she's as much of a coffee fiend as I am. I can drink it no matter what. It doesn't make that much of a difference. I'm not that big of a stickler, but obviously if you can, make sure it's cooled down. Got your Irish Baileys right here, your Irish cream. There's nothing better to go with a cup of coffee, especially for someone from the greater Boston area of Irish descent. Like, obviously, Meghan is, a name like Duggan, really. She ain't Italian. And your Dewar's whiskey. Might say, what's that doing? That's how you do it. Put them all together. Now, I took the liberty of already putting it in the mixer with a little bit of ice. I'm conservative with time here. It's like being on one of those cooking shows with like Kathy Lee or Rachel Ray. Always gonna make sure the shit's prepared ahead of time. And that is some good stuff. Now, the reason behind the Dewar is actually kind of funny. Irish coffee is usually Bailey's, Jameson, and coffee. Hillary Knight is sponsored by Dewar's. Name one place that Meghan and Hillary haven't played together in the last 8 years. You can't. So, you can't have one without the other, right? And, in preparation for Malmo, I figured might as well try to incorporate one or two into the same thing. And that's obviously a big reason why I put the Dewar's in there. So, anytime you can get good coffee, good alcohol put together, it's definitely a good thing. You can just tell I work in a bar thinking this shit up. Regular Will Hunter when it comes to alcohol and hockey. So, without further ado, we got 13 days till Malmo, and expect to be drinking a few of these. Hopefully, once the IAHF gives us the big clear, we'll get Meghan on the show and continue building on the great tradition of the Power Play of naming drinks after hockey players that come on the show. That's all I got episode of the Power Play with CJ. I look forward to seeing Meghan and Team USA go for gold in Malmo. So 2 more episodes with the season and beyond. Later, guys.